it's so simple, but it's really hard to unpackage and get it. But if you don't get clarity on why you exist, you can't make the decisions that you need to make, because everything comes back to that. There's always going to be trade-offs, and the North Star, if you will, is, does this decision keep us in alignment with why we exist and therefore the direction we want to take the business, or not? What is the purpose of the business, right? Not what do you do and how you do it, but why are you doing it? That takes a lot of time to really unpackage, because you get into it and you know there was some reason that you started this, right? But what we know is that's the starting point for really getting direction of the business. And it's a light bulb moment when they can put in a sentence the reason they exist, right? And you have to exist for a living thing. We know from the research that if you think you exist for another customer, right? You don't exist for customers. You don't exist for organizations. You can exist because you want to save the ecology, right? You can exist because you want to free up your customers from having to, and that's called liberation. But you have to get clear on why you exist. And because we get so wrapped up into what we do and how we do it, the aha moment is, yeah, why am I doing this? So I work with an estate law firm. They at the baseline, they write wills and trusts and so forth, right? But that's not why they exist. That's just the transaction part of the business. They exist to liberate their client from the worry about what happens when they're gone. They completely it's like they take that off their plate. Creating a will is just the transaction part, right? But what about your legacy? How do you want that to live on? How's that going to manifest as you live on, right? So they exist for the mental freedom to their client to not worry about how people are going to think of them and whether their inheritors or their family are going to be okay once they're gone. How many law firms do you think exist to liberate for their client? No. It can be very, very powerful. So all the decisions they're making is based on, yeah, we could do this or that, but will that help us on our purpose, on why we exist? You use it to help you define a customer that's going to help you build your business, right? It becomes a driver for your points of view about what you do and why you do it the way you do it. Your employees, people coming on, right? It's the old, are we laying bricks to build just because we're laying bricks, or are we building a cathedral? Why are we doing this? You're putting it down. You're making it clear, crystal for everybody to see, right? You work it through with your team. It gives you that North Star. Why would you run a marathon? What's your purpose of running a marathon, right? For some people, it's self-gratification. It's just because, I want to be able to tell people I run marathons. That usually isn't a very sustainable purpose. That gets old pretty quick. I run marathons because of the physical challenge, the mental challenge for me. But honestly, most of the reason I run is because I want to stay alive. And that's how I stay in shape. That's how I keep my, mental health and physical health. Since I haven't been able to run for the last 4 months, it's going to make me nuts. But anyway, yeah, that's the big light bulb moment. It's why are you doing this? What's your purpose? So you could be doing a million things. Why this?